The Skrull Empire, for millions of years, it was the apex of galactic power, a monoculture of shapeshifters ruled by a single throne. But when the Annihilation Wave tore through the positive zone, that throne didn't just shake, it shattered. In the chaos that followed, the Empire didn't vanish, it fractured. It became a collection of fiefdoms ruled by cutthroats, opportunists, and survivors. But among these minor warlords, one name sent shivers through the Nova Corps intelligence reports: Baroness S'Bak. She wasn't just another Skrull with a fleet, she was a master of the long game. While other warlords were screaming for the crown of Empress, S'Bak was doing something much more dangerous. She was consolidating. Today, we're going deep into the files of the Nova Corps to uncover the history of the woman who looked the Super-Skrull in the eye and called him a failure. Let's talk about the visual profile. Every warlord needs a brand, and S'Bak's was unmistakable. On her head sat two distinct short horns. Now here's where the Nova Corps dossiers get frustrated. To this day, we don't know if those were biological mutations or a piece of ceremonial headdress, but in the Skrull culture, where identity is fluid and anyone can look like anyone, having a permanent, identifying physical trait is a massive power move. It says, I don't need to hide, I want you to know exactly who is killing you. S'Bak established her realm on the fringes, bordering Kree space. This was a tactical masterstroke. By positioning herself on the edge of the old enemy's territory, she turned her domain into a buffer zone. She wasn't just a warlord, she was a gatekeeper. But the real test of her character came when the Harvester of Sorrows arrived. This wasn't just a ship, it was a biological weapon of mass destruction created by the Negative Zone scientist, Howell. It had just wiped out the planet Axlo in Star System 004. The legendary Kl'rt the Super-Skrull himself came to S'Bak. He didn't come to conquer, he came to plead. He needed her fleet to stop a threat that would eventually consume them all. And S'Bak's response? It remains one of the coldest moments in Marvel cosmic history. She didn't just say no, she insulted him. She called the greatest warrior of her race a laughingstock. She looked at his centuries of service and dismissed them as cautionary tales of failure. Imagine the tension in that room. Kl'rt, a man who carries the powers of the entire Fantastic Four, was being treated like a common beggar. He did what any soldier would do. He snapped. He punched the Baroness right in the mouth. But S'Bak didn't flinch. She used that moment to label him a traitor. She didn't just want him gone, she wanted him erased. She put a bounty of 3 million golden zlaks on his head. That's dead or alive money, folks. So why was she so confident? Why risk an enemy like Kl'rt while the Annihilation Wave was literally knocking on her door? The Nova Corps found rumors that were even more disturbing. While the rest of the Skrull remnants were desperately trying to rebuild their military, S'Bak was reportedly talking to the enemy. There are reports, unconfirmed but highly credible, that S'Bak had brokered a secret peace with the Kree government. Think about that. The two oldest enemies in the universe, and she's finding common ground. But it goes deeper. Rumor has it she was working on Ronan, the Accuser himself. She wasn't just trying to survive, she was trying to get Ronan to annex parts of the Kree Empire into her influence. She was trying to redraft the map of the galaxy using her enemies' own laws against them. Baroness S'Bak is a reminder that in the Marvel cosmic universe, the most dangerous people aren't always the ones with the biggest energy blasts. They're the ones who know how to navigate the wreckage of an empire. She was a warlord, a diplomat, and a survivor who refused to play by the old rules of Skrull honor. Whether she eventually fell to the Annihilation Wave or is still out there, lurking in the shadows of Kree space, one thing is certain: you don't cross the Baroness and expect to walk away. What do you think of S'Bak? Was she a visionary leader trying to save her people through diplomacy, or a selfish tyrant who betrayed her race? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Marvel's cosmic history, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more lore. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars.